Okay, these are the readings for water signs for the week. Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio in that order. So here we go. I'm going to get off to it here. Everybody's pretty much on the string here. If you're new, I'm doing spirituality readings. These are deep into where we need to be to direct you. If you're not there, they're going to push you right in that area, because the 888 portal here or whatever, yeah, we're into is heavy duty. Locking down of the energies, checkpoint if you will. Here we go. So water signs again, Pisces, first card. The Nine of Earth. This is Mother Earth, and she's feeding an energy here of us. There's a little snake feeding out of this bowl, if you can see it. So she is with her compassion, right? Feeding all that is, even the wiry snake. She's feeding him with her to nourish, right? So I feel like that's they're wanting me to say divine feminines, right? Doing this outwardly, going outward in compassion to others. This is what is going to help right now. And the Pisces may be carrying a big brunt of that as well. They are known to be overly compassionate, sometimes in areas that don't deserve, but nonetheless, this is that type of energy. Feel a wholesomeness to it. Next card, Five of Air. This is very interesting. If you look here, this woman is taking off her mask, though she is still blind. But her mask had her eyes closed as well, so just give me a minute to tap into that. Because again, we're trying to connect to others is really what I get in a compassionate sense. We're trying to connect on an earthly plane with others from our compassion, okay? What is going on in our mind is that we have been quite blind, okay? This is what I feel this week they're trying to overcome. We've been blind in certain areas. We are trying to reveal. A lot of people trying to unveil themselves, which is good. This is good. The true essence of who they are. I feel the Pisces is doing this, though, when their mask is off, they are still somewhat blind. So that's interesting energy. They're making me notice the black in each. We got a lot of black connecting. There's a balance here, though here we are trying to balance as well. But if we do not see everything, we cannot truly balance, can we? They're saying, okay? So keep that in mind. Next card, intuition. Here we go. Now these Pisces are famous for their intuition, okay? They are seeking to find, but again, being blind to things still. Now, this woman here, she is veiling herself. I don't know if I'm picking up, oh yeah, the mic again. Thank you. If they weren't here, I would be. Oh. So here we go. Okay, back to volume. 10 minutes in. Intuition, if they did not have. Okay, just give me a minute to suss this out. Okay. So in some ways, bringing out our compassion has unveiled a inner sense of right and wrong here, okay? Black and white. And though we are, because of our going outward in compassion, we are blossoming, if you will, more into ourselves. There's still things here we're still trying to hide from. This is carrying on from the last reading I had here, I think, Aquarius. Some of you might be cuspers. There's things here we need to not reveal. This is the sense, and that is being smart, universally. They're telling me it is smart if we do not completely unveil all of this. So there's some kind of strategy here too, nonetheless, but this is all intuition based, so it is going to be completely underground. But for a certain amount here, there's people that need to know this, is the universe is in favor of cloaking. So carry on. Next one. On top of the the energy that wants to connect with all and nourish all and be compassionate with all. We get the Empress. Yes. Why? Because we are connecting to our heart energy. Look at the green come out now as I put this back, right? The green is that connection to the heart center. These are chakra cards connecting to, and the Empress is learning how to connect to that heart center. She's being given the cup, a full cup to herself, right? So she's learning how to deal with her own emotional state, her own emotional center, and how to go best outwardly there. So she's filling her cup is what's going on. So the process of going outward to others is helping fill her own cup, okay? So the 5 again, and what they want me to attach to that, a caveat, is to use the discernment in those areas where we find out where a compassion sits. And this is what was lost on us. This is what we were blind to before, okay? We did not know what areas to ease off and what areas to go full force in, and in fact, we may not have found a good area to go full force in. Now we are going to seek longer, harder, more compassionately in that way to find those that are deserving of this energy, okay? So that's somewhat the blindfold that I feel we're going to get rid of over this next week. But nonetheless, a revealing of our truer selves from a deeper sense. And with the Pisces, it's pretty deep. They may be in denial of lots, but it's still pretty deep. And on top of that, removing the mask, we have strength. And I feel like that is becoming their strength. They really do know who they are deep down. They just may not, there may be things hidden to them, and they're going from a universal standpoint, strategic as well. In order to not create havoc amongst the Pisces, you just kind of have to slowly wean them into their own selves, slowly to help with the transformation process here. So the strength here is in helping. There's a filtering process that's coming universally. They filter the amount that this Pisces can advance at all at once, because the sense is here just not prepared for it. So we have to unveil slowly over time. And this is creating a great strength within the Pisces to come forward. Now the water, they're making me look at that pools of water. And again, 2 pools, right? 2 women, right? So we're talking about couplings here, not only in friendship circles, family, but also partnerships. So there's a strength here in order to see more clearly where these people, we can fit them in. Now on the intuition card, again, there's a cloaking happening, not only from the universal energies translating to them in intuition, but from them going outward to others, okay, in their true selves. We have the 4 swords, and that's about taking a break, a rest, relaxation, taking a break from things. Now, the break is not so much for ourselves, but for how we go forward in what we get. That's where the break is. And they're showing me we got to filter. We got to filter. It's being filtered to us, so there's stuff being left out already. But what we get, we have to filter. So there's a sense here. This is what they're saying the 4 of Swords means. So there's a resting. So just as I'm talking, they're showing me how I'm just kind of spitting everything out as I go. And they're going, from now on, we're going to have to filter little thicker on this. We can't just spit everything out that we know. We have to start filtering more. Okay, got it. Next, on the Empress. And that is, again, the energy of the full cup. She's trying to gain her cup. Where? In her direction. She's self-love. She's working on. And then as she's working on it, she also wants to go outward in it. So this is where she sits. Now, on top of that energy, we get the King of Swords, which talks about being devoted, logical, and intellectual. Now, that is somewhat a removal of the heart center here. Just let me... Yeah, I feel like that's a character. This does not belong to the Pisces energy. This is a character coming forth here to be noted, to be seen, is what I'm hearing. So this is an air sign, Pisces, or sorry, Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini, coming forth to be seen. And well, not only the word intellectual, but I get that being the most prominent energy that comes forth from this person. So there's somebody here high in their intellectual capacity. They want to connect forward with the Pisces energy, okay? Now again, about this inner transformation process that is happening to the Pisces. They are wanting to go outward in that publicly, but not only that, there are things that they need to keep secret, and there are things that will be secret to them. Meaning we may have a high intuition, one of the higher ones in all of the zodiac. And we have a more of a tendency, because they're showing me the Aries has a high propensity for gathering these energies as well. But the Aries tends to go on the darker side of things, tends to use it in the wrong way. The Pisces has more of a capacity to use it in the right ways. But, right, there's positive and negatives here. It can be abused by others, where the Aries do not let others abuse them, but they will abuse it. Okay, so there's a dichotomy here. They're showing between the Aries and Pisces. So Aries may have an effect on this reading, or the energy of this reading may affect or help the Aries in some kind of way. So I'll have to mention that in my room there. Because the Aries energy is tipping on the wrong side of the tracks. So in order to tip them back over into the higher perspective, if they gain that Pisces energy, they will see clearly. If they truly are in self-absorption, they will falter. So now, the strength. On top of the strength here, where we're coming forth being truly who we are, our instinct is really getting overblown outward, and there are cracks here in the foundation, but deliberate cracks. We get the Ace of Pentacles, and that talks about simple things. And this deck talks about the simple things, keeping things simple. I think that's where they want the Pisces to stay in order to be, they're showing me someone tipping through a landmine, like take it easy in order for things not to go off. If you keep it simple, then it just will be, right? So there's a sense here of that. And they're going, it's within our strength, so we can do this. So there's a high propensity here to go in the right way. And that's the right way. There's a high propensity to go in the right way. That's it. Those in broadcasting know what I just did there. But anyway, the intuition. Four Swords. Yeah, there's a sense, a need at this point to start veiling the information that we send out, is what they're saying. We are going to get unveiled, but there's a need to filter it as we go outward. Again, it's just talking in our grouping. Sometimes you can't discuss everything, but when you do, you get looked upon in a different kind of way. This is what they're kind of warning. This is high factor here of this. So on top of that Four of Swords, we get the Two of Wands, and about it, that is about progress. Again, the green coming back around, right? Resting what? To heal our heart, to empower our heart, to make progress forward, okay? There is some things that our intuition has to speak to our heart about, and once we do that, we will make progress forward here. So these are the base energies. It seems like the Pisces is in a mode here where their intuition is going to be turbo powered in a soft, gentle way, and filtered somewhat from the higher ups. The sense I'm getting is we are really trying to get the energies to amp up quite highly, even though this is a gentle sign. So we want to go gently with it. This is kind of what they're explaining to me. I can't express it. Anyway, so as we go deeper into the Isis cards and masculine, feminine first, we got a masculine card. Protection, yes. So not only are we advancing, but we are highly protected, needing to be still aware of this, as I was shouting out in, I think it was Aquarius as well. The Ankh. Do you see it there? On his arm, That is the protection symbol, and the crossing of the arms means that nothing shall get through. So there is a sense here, not only from our own advancement are we not letting in just anything through anymore, but from a higher purpose, we are feeling it to a higher degree, that the protection here, like when, because, yeah, they're making me aware of the fact that some people are going to use that word protected to rest on their laurels and just fly through anything. Use it as a, you know, an infinity shield, if you will. But that's not how it works. We are in charge of it. We still have to be in charge of our own field. So they're going, we do not want to say protection so that they can release and not be aware or conscious. This is not our goal here. We need to be conscious and aware every minute of the day that we are awake. And when we are asleep, we pray for that as well, because there are things that go on there as well, or here, or wherever you're at. So, yeah, this is quite deep, the message they're bringing out. So the sense here is we're being overlooked by a higher state, and we are advancing to a higher state, and because of this, we have, they're going, we should have a good hold of this by now, but we just don't want anybody relaxing and going, oh yeah, I'm protected, so I can go and do and say and be anything. They're going, no, we still have to keep our parameters and keep on the lookout. But there is a protection service here, but we don't want to be gullible or stupid. Okay. I don't like the word stupid. I don't like the vibration, but we don't want to be gullible, and we don't want to go in areas that we know are not for our highest good. Okay, next is a feminine energy, and that is self-love. What do you know? That's where they're at. They're going to be working on their self-love. And while they do this, they will be protected. And, yeah, they're going, this should be interesting how the Pisces develops into their ego. Because some people got to reduce it to a high degree. Some people got to increase it to a high degree. And this is one that needs to increase it. But again, we don't want to go past 50% here, because we just want it to fill our cup, help us fill our cup. And then we stay with it in the background just to help us kind of push forward in certain areas, right? I'm all about bashing the ego, because a lot of times it's usually 100% ego or 0% ego. There's not a lot that are balanced. But, I mean, at this time, people are starting to balance out. So that's the feminine energy. Now, we got another feminine, new beginnings, yeah. Going forward with a new sense of self-worth, a new sense of who we are, a new understanding of our world that we're living in, because there's a completely different energy field opening up to us. We are protected, and we're going forward. I feel like she's just about to swing that thing out into the universe and go follow it wherever it lands, type thing. It's kind of like the Ace of Wands, like the opportunities. She's going to create them. She's going to go fling it, and wherever it sticks, then she's going to go and start her path. I'm going, do they know where they're going? And they're going, yes, we know where we're going. But where it lands, nobody knows, right? Because we know the direction, but where it exactly is going to land, and then when we get there, it's going to be a different process. Yeah, so that's that. So now the Isis cards on top of this. Very powerful readings for these signs only. These, yeah, they are no longer snorkeling, man. We got scuba gear and weights going down to the bottom of the ocean. And again, the universe is filtering some things to them, and they need to filter outward, because they're getting dumped on, is the sense I'm getting here. And it may be a little bit, yeah, they're going, get in your groupings, like huddle together and discuss this, because it could blow some of us up in the way of blowing our mind, like, and then panicking and then getting into fear-based thinking. So they're going, huddle up and talk, because this is how we get through it. If somebody else is going through it, this kind of thing. Those in the Infinity Room, I'm trying to start this as well. So they're really pumping that energy high here. Okay, so on the protection, Anubius, what do we get from Isis? Past life, present power. Wow. Many spiritual facets of you. This is interesting. Past life, present power. Okay. Now we're going to get into the book, because first off, what I get is we may even have past life memories coming to kind of haunt us, but not in a way. It is there to advance us. We do not have anything come in our path that is not useful. It will be useful in some way, shape, or form. We just haven't realized yet. So past life, present power is about those memories coming to bear. They're making me look at that time. So we may be in a time of our life where we either had a significant thing happen in a past life. So say we're 40 years old and in a past life we died at 40. So we may have memories of this. We may have images, sounds, smell, anything. It could be gut reactions, that things going on then, and now it's going to overlap. It's going to show itself. It's going to be revealed. So highly pivotal at this time. So I'm just going to get in there and read what they got here. Past PA, past life, present. Okay, give me a moment. Spiritual facets of you. So it says, when the soul is growing in service to humanity, in service to the great feminine and her call that all beings be healed and free, it gathers internal resources to assist on that path. These resources include powers and gifts from other lifetimes. Okay, so that I did not pick up on. I picked up on the energy coming forward from the lifetimes, but I didn't pick up on the powers. You're currently integrating past life abilities, and you are guided by the Oracle of Past Life Present Power to be open to shifting internally and in your experience of your own levels of power and spiritual ability. Talents, abilities, and powers wish to be restored to you now from the past incarnations. This will help your path, and you will often be able to recognize, because you will feel from instant fascination or deep interest for culture, philosophy, heritage, or even places on Earth or beyond which are deeply compelling. So follow those trails. Follow the trail of curiosity or connection or vibration or whatever. When you're feeling connected to that, go in that direction. Again, it is not there to just lead you to a dead end, but we got to put some work in to find out where it truly does lead. Interesting. This is good. I like that little puzzle for the Pisces. Aphrodite, self-love. So this is along the lines of what we're trying to do here. Trying to deepen that self-love well for the Pisces. In order to do that, we can go back or sideways to lives that would explain, give a deeper appreciation for what we're going through today. I'll give you, they're going, can we give an example? Example of what I had revealed to me was a past life. I've been single most of my life, not had partners. Always wonder, was I cursed, whatever. So then when I was doing a lot of healing work on past life stuff, I realized that I had been abused, killed, murdered by men that I had united with. And this was kind of my solemn slope here. I was going to be in a position where there was always going to be a resistance there to go in that way because of all of that past life stuff. So, as I grew and needed to evolve and was ready to evolve, this information came forth to me and was revealed to me. So I use that as a healing tool as part of my path and going forward. Oh, now it makes sense why I have such a resistance to that male energy, because it has abused in the past its power over me. So, but I was not aware. I am aware now, so you overpower that. And then you can work through and heal through some of that, right? If you choose with the partner or not by yourself. But this is part of that self-love path. So, things like this could be going on, whatever. Things to help you explain, to get deeper into issues. This is what's going on in order to help you gain your own self-power. Okay, on top of that, we have the rising sun, divine solar child rebirth. So there is a self-love that wants to birth in the process here. And this is like rising sun. The last reading I had was like a phoenix type energy. Here I get just a literal birthing, a birthing of a new way that Pisces wants to come forth here to be seen, heard, and whatever.
So we'll go on to the R, rising sun. Skipped right over it there. Rising sun, okay. So a dark phase and struggle is over. A new phase is upon you, one of hope, glory, light, and triumph. It's one through boldness, persistence, and even when you feel like giving up, you choose to stay strong or surrender to the divine and continue with the path. You have been through much, and now victory is upon you. And for the divine solar child, a new consciousness within you is born, which is exactly what I'm feeling is going on with them. They are coming into this new energy. It's being downloaded into them. They're growing into it, so it's all meeting up. As we journey into the ancient feminine, there are many, many times when we meet her dark face, and we must be patient, accepting, and allowing. Often what we meet are the difficulties of birth, literal and symbolic. We might feel great emotional or physical pain spiritually bereft, alone, and yearning for a deeper union, perhaps even wondering if what you seek could be a genuine experience, or if it is the stuff of daydreams and fantasies. Mic drop. So I am going to go to the next card. I think that was very profound for some people. Now, as we go into, new beginning, new beginning, new beginning, new. This is all like heavy. What they're pushing here. On top of that, we get the wings of Isis. That's interesting. Wings of Isis. Uniting with the angelic self. Well, what do you know? You're earning your wings. And look at the blue and orange I just noticed. They're going, look, your colors. Wings. Nice. Wings of Isis. I'm just going to read. Why did I take these off? Okay. Uniting with the angelic self. Okay. I feel like she's kind of just waiting for it to dump on her. Just waiting for all that stuff to dump on her. Like she's, like they're going to dump a pail of water on her. You have a special spiritual relationship with the angelic worlds. And part of your soul purpose is to birth angelic consciousness and values such as fearlessness, compassion, and service into the human culture. This oracle brings you angelic assistance and intervention, confirmation that any impressions you may have had that you belong not only to the human kingdom but also to the angelic one are correct. They want me to continue here. You have a special spiritual relationship with the angelic worlds and are helping to birth angelic qualities of fearlessness, light, service to the greater good, and alignment of divine will into human form. And this is no small task. And although you are well equipped to succeed, there are beings that wish to assist you. So they may grow too, and your success may be more grateful and swift. Divine winged mother, goddess, and angel of healing wishes to assist you with unconditional love now. So there's a sense, even from that higher realm, yeah, all the colors are same in here. We're being sandwiched by a new birthing of energy. And this is interesting because these are my colors. It's trying to relate it back to me. Blue and orange. And they're going, we are surrounded by energy of renewal. So they're wanting you to know that, right? Very much in sync. Kind of winking, like, look. Past life, present power. High Priestess of Fire. So not only are we going to remember things from our past, but we are going to act to correct them in the future. This is very much like an Aries type energy, and it was interesting. I made a referral back to maybe interchanging these two readings. For the Aries may need to look at the Pisces reading. Pisces may need to look at the Aries, because what the Aries has, the Pisces lacks. What the Pisces has, the Aries lacks. So these are very pivotal. Like they're they're showing me them skipping in a park together, an Aries and a Pisces. Learning from each other, right? What one has and the other doesn't. Getting along. Now, I don't know on the charts if these two people get along, but again, in a perfect world, they can skip together, they learn, and then they become more greatly learned from each other. I can't even. So that's that fire element wanting to come forth to the Pisces and get them to be more active in their life in this way, from what they see, what they hear, and what they got downloaded instinctively, all of this. Wow. Okay, so on the rising sun, again, the birth of a new day, the birth of a new dawn, the birth of new ideals. Everything is new and fresh for the Pisces. And even the fact that they don't want to go forward, they're going to start taking leaps and bounds in areas that just weren't typically something that they would do, is the sense they're giving me. They get honesty on this, and they're going, yes, if it... they're going, this is what rocks our world, is honesty. I see what they're doing there. That's funny. And it does truly rock our world, because honesty is sexy to the Pisces, and there's not many people in the Pisces life right now that have been sexy in that kind of way. They're trying to they're trying to gain a certain wavelength here. Just bear with me. We'll be over soon. So honesty, right? The moon is about those secrets that want to be revealed. The fire is the action that we want to take no matter. Because the secrets really are truly there to be unveiled, and there's hints as we go forward. And then it eventually becomes illuminate, because the moon turns into the day. It does not stay the moon all the time. It turns into the day. So anything that is under cover of the moon eventually gets revealed. So we just have to kind of have faith that where we're going and what we feel is, that we can take action on things before they're truly there for us to witness, is really what I'm getting here. They want the Pisces to act on things that are not concrete, but our instinct has a good hold of. So on the wings, again, earning your wings, gaining your stripes here. We have focus. And again, yeah, the Aquarius, bringing things down to focus. That's what they were being guided to, and this is what they're being alerted to. The Pisces can be they're more of a distractive energy. The Pisces can get caught up in daydreams and passiveness, and they're going to just focus on the directions that we want to take action in, and we will be okay. Man, it's heavy. Okay, so on top of that, as we go deeper into the High Priestess of Fire, which again speaks to action, moving forward from our instinct. We get trust in magic. Yeah. That's again taking action from that which is not concrete. Now the Pisces is just full of that. And a lot of times they don't act from it. They don't carry it outward. And they're going, yes, now we can do this. And why? Because we are built for this. We are built to go forward. And some people may look at us and go like, oh, you're going to, but we know more than they are tapping into, or we know more than they are seeing. And there is a sense of them knowing things here, just on a different plane. And we need to trust that plane. We need to trust in the magic that comes forth for us to show, Okay, on sorry. What is this saying? Oh, honesty. On the honesty card, I should know this. We have nurture all that you love. Yeah, and the caveat here is make sure that we know what it is we truly want to put our love into. Nurture all that we love. And that's the focus. I feel like, we got a broad mind here. It's going way too wide. Just focus on one thing you want to love and nurture, and then it'll grow from there. Okay, focus, right? What do we get on there? Time to ground. Yeah, and part of that process will be grounding out, because Pisces can be all about going off into space somewhere, but we have to be grounded while we make the decisions, and we'll be going in the right way. So your dragon for this week. Gold and silver violet flame dragon. So this transmutes the old around you with wisdom and grace. Nice. It's time for transmutation. Magic and healing. Offer service under grace. So be graceful with how you go outward. Because there is a sense that we do want to go outward and share from our heart, right, to people. There's this card that emphasizes that, but also this card going outward lovingly to others. Be graceful with it. And we will find miraculous, magical things in that area. But the Pisces knows that already. They know this. They just have to act upon it. So they want me to do a close-up here. So, yeah, violet golden flame dragon. Very pretty. There's a triangle with a square and a circle in it, and that's sacred geometry, right? If you see on the floor, it's mirrored there. This may be, they want me to bring up the twin flame type energy, okay? So be aware of that. Flame is, yeah, how do you say, can be significant for some. The butterfly, the transformation that's happening, right? The flames and the mirrored. Mind you, there is only one single dragon here, so be aware that they are working on themselves so they can gain their counterpart. Okay, that's what I'm getting. Okay. That was Pisces. Okay. Woo. Cancer, take it easy. See how we go here. Next card. Look, 10 of Earth. Again, unveiling who we truly are. We are going to do this, and people are going to notice, is what they said. Next card. The Scribe. This is interesting. I do feel a need to read this because they're going, you are not, yeah, we're not going to quite from our database get that. But from my instinct, what I'm getting here is we are either going to become someone who people come to for advice, or we are going to be seeking this out in others. The Scribe is a very high frequency person who has a lot of wisdom behind them. Okay, they're going yes. The Scribe. Just give me a minute here to find it. What is the number? 12. Through 23. 223. Okay. Have to make the print. They made a book big, but the printing's small. Alrighty. So, keywords: a record keeper, information, knowledge, tradition, history, personal history, perseverance, and I'm gonna skip that word. Value by the written word, writing things down, library of archives, objective, and seeking multiple perspectives. That's the sense I got. Look for an unbiased source. The Scribe is a record keeper, a keeper of all knowledge and information about past, present, and future. He is a priestly man, although not necessarily a religious one. His religion is knowledge and wisdom, tradition, mythos, and law, philosophy, religion, science, math. He knows everything. Current events and events that are coming. He has a reference for books and makes little room for anything else in his life. They are his constant companions, and when he is not reading and memorizing their contents, he is searching for new sources of information and collecting and documenting the information so it can be recounted with ease. He is on a perpetual quest for knowledge, not just of his own benefit, but for all humankind. So he believes that record keeping is the cornerstone of civilization, Without accurate records, the past has served no purpose. So I feel like someone may be doing this in their life, is the sense they're giving me. Keeping track of things literally on paper. So as to get things straight. And they're going, and this may be revealing in itself. Okay, so there's that. Next card. So yeah, the scribe is the person who's scribbling on paper and writing everything down, making sure that they are noted for everything. So somebody may be doing this as a form of therapy for themselves, writing things down, going over it, and analyzing it. Like the process of writing helps them do this, journaling, whatever. Okay, this is what I'm getting. Next card. Look at this. They're just right into it. This person could be on a unit of study. They could be studying for a new career path, but nonetheless, knowledge, wanting to gain knowledge to move forward. Why? Because we want the wisdom that we know. There's either a sense here that we're lacking the wisdom in a certain area, so we're going to touch base there and top that up where we feel we're lacking. That could be as easy as someone reading a book on codependency because they feel like they're codependent in their relationship. Could be as easy as that. And then jotting things down in their own life in a journal and saying, okay, I need to change this, and adapting, right, as need fit. Because the sense here is the energy that's driving this bus is a need for transformation. And not only that, we have it on our interior. Now we're going to go exteriorly and do that. And for this person, it's very much through books, reading, writing, that kind of thing is what I feel. And we are in Cancer. Okay, so just to remind me of that. So on the 10, again, revealing ourselves or looking into ourselves more, I feel, is researching. We get the Hierophant. Yeah, that is about spirituality. That is about the quest for spirituality. Some times this is about partnerships. Give me a minute to look in here. Because there's a couple here, a masculine and a feminine. And the man is kind of peeking at the woman, and the woman is very much got her wand, wanting to take action in a certain way. So if we are single, we may have our eye on someone that we want to go forward to quite highly. And this may be someone that that can have long-term potential, but can also be someone that is of a deeper knowledge base than we've had in the past. So the Hierophant really comes from an energy of spirituality nonetheless, and we may be revealing our mask to this person. Right? As we go outward, if we're in the dating scene, I feel like we're going to show more of ourselves to this person as we go forward, just waiting to take action here. Now on the scribe, the record keeper, what do we get there? Queen of coins, yeah. So that is not our element, but it is stable and secure nonetheless. We have a lot to be thankful for, and we are thankful for this, and we like what we have so far. So this is a great, and again, this is all in blue, which is how we communicate. So we may be working towards these goals constantly. But nonetheless, I feel like the queen usually is settled in her mode. She has accomplished, she is accomplished, and she's got a lot of things to show. Now, on top of the education card, we have the Seven of Wands. That's about standing in defense of something. It's interesting to me because the energy they're giving me is in defense of all of these things that we want. So let's go another layer, shall we? And see, now again on the Hierophant, that could be about a uniting energy that's going to come forth here. And it could have long-term potential for our future. It could also mean a deep spiritual connection with someone. Could also be a counselor that we look highly to for direction. Okay? There's a lot there. We have the Divine Feminine. Now, this brings it back down to marriage. Sorry. Because if we're in Divine Feminine energy... Sorry, my mouth is just not working today. Yeah. we are in divine feminine energy, that brings the spirituality up to a partnership. Now, this Cancer is looking for their divine partner. They're spiritually getting prepared. They're spiritually writing things down. They're spiritually gaining knowledge. This is what it's about. Again, I don't look at these cards before I see them as you see them, so that's why I flip the energy so quickly. Not prepared. Now, Queen, this is the abundance I feel that the Cancer is sitting in. We get to expand on there. We get a Page of Swords. So that's about clear vision and facing things head on. I feel a shiftiness with this. May be what we're blocking off. This may be the energy we're in defense of, is not wanting to face things head on, is the sense I'm getting. Because look where she's going, chasing her divine feminine energy. That's all good and great. But what about facing things head on? So the sense here is that we are internally working on things in the right proper way. But outside of us, we may not be dealing with things at face value. Now, right on top of this Seven of Wands energy, we get the Ten of Pentacles. So there are good things coming. Family pleasures, that's what we want. We want the real full meal deal package at the end of the show here. That's what we want. They're going, this is the one piece missing. We have to make sure we have a clear vision of what we're dealing with, and we face it head on as we go forward. Then this is guaranteed. Next tile in our path that we topple over, but we cannot skip this. So they're going, as we turn around and face reality, this is really what it's about, we gain our 10. But if we omit reality or deny reality or in denial, this is just it's not gonna make its way through here. So this is the crux point. I feel internally the Cancer's doing really well. Externally, they're not in reality, and that's the problem. We got to get grounded in reality, and then we move forward. We face things head on. You're not happy here, off you go, and release the people, like this kind of thing. I'm just jumping to relationship as an example, but that's really what it is. We deal with what's in our 3D. Okay, next, masculine, feminine. Again, still for Cancer. First card is in masculine energy, and it talks about support. We are going to have to support ourselves through this, though there is support offered for you when you make the right decisions. This seems to be the the carrot, though it's not dangling. I feel like the carrot is there. We just got to put some work in to get through to it. Yeah, they're going, it's both ways. We will be supported when we help ourselves in this way, and we also will gain support the more that we do this for ourselves. Next is feminine energy, talking about unity. So there seems to be an air of unity that's wanting to come forth for the Cancer. So for those that are single, they're really searching for that one. We're looking for the unity, the long term, the commitment, the whole full meal deal, right? With the little toy and the book and the puzzle, all that stuff's going to be in the bag. This is what they're looking for. Sorry. Parched. Next card is masculine energy, and what do you know? They run into power here. Now we got to be careful because this can throw us off, but nonetheless, feel like the support is going in this way. She's going in this way, the power. So we're all going in the same direction, so I don't feel too much of a crux of energy getting blown off in the wrong way. But there is a sense of power looming, no less. So as we move into the Isis cards, we're going to reveal... Hey, bud. Watch your volume there. What's up? What's up? Okay. On top of... What is it? Jizzo. Support. Oh, man. Okay. The Chamber of Healing. Yes, in the Divine Chamber of the Lady Isis. Lady Isis is in healing. Or she's about to enter this on an official way. So let's go to the book. Yeah, and look at it, it's just a black curtain. She don't know what's behind there. He don't know what's behind there. And I feel like this is what they're struggling with. They're looking for that divine partnership. They're looking to top up their resources on their end. They're doing a fair job of that, they said. They don't know what they're going to come across. So let's read into that. Excuse me. Holy. Okay, there it is. So the chamber of healing. So a spiritual gift of healing is coming to you now, so be open without expectation or preconceived notions and allow the healing from the mistress of magic to help you find the best solution for any situation that does not appear to be as it should be. So take your time and create a space into which her magic and energy can flow now, and expect your miracle. The oracle comes to you as a message: prepare for great changes, because they are on their way now. I feel like a partner's coming in. That's what I feel. I feel if you are in no way ready, it don't matter. They coming, and that is it. So full like steam ahead is what I'm getting. They can't hold it back no more, whether you're ready or not. Again, we've done more preparation in the last little bit here, and they're going 3 to 6 months than we have pretty much all our life. So we got to be proud of that and move forward in that. But again, there's something coming here to change, life changing. And again, chamber of healing will have something to do with that. We got to heal from past hurts in order to deal with the gift that's coming forward, whether it's a person, relationship, a job, or whatever. Unity, what do we get there? Hoo-hoo, pyramid of light. Step your vibration deeper into love. So that is part of it, eh? Right? We're trying to heal here. And sometimes if we got bitterness and whatnot, it's hard to step into that light energy because we're processing feelings. So we go there and feel those feelings. Da da da. So let's, oh my God. Pyramid of light. Sorry. Okay. So. Oh man. Okay. LMN. OP. Portal. Power. Rising. Went too far. So this is about psychic protection, right? So if you are in doubt and feel like you're cursed, you are not. You are protected. So we need to flip that gear first off. So it's talking about as a being growing into significant light, darker energies can become more attracted to you. So be aware of this if we're releasing from dark energy. They're coming because they don't know where it's at, right? I mean, they do, but they don't. Okay, just there's nothing to fear and only more mastery and awareness of the power and protection of the divine love experience. And here is the guidance on the skills you have within you now to deal with any undesired interference. Pyramid of Light confirms that energies have been causing interference with your path. And it's time now for that to end. And that interference with love and compassion. Yeah, they're saying that end that with love and compassion. But it's going to end, and that's how you're going to deal with love and compassion. They want me to read the first paragraph here again. The oracle brings you confirmation that you are growing spiritually, and as such, there are higher levels of responsibility and skill required of you to continue to thrive and blossom to even deeper places of spiritual expansion. These new levels will feel joyful to you as they bring you to greater personal mastery and freedom from fear. There's a lot of dark around these Pisces, heavy, like up to their waist, up here, up to their chest even. And it is supposed to be not even there. So we are nurturing these darker energies we need to release. And the pyramid of light is going, we are protecting you from being eaten alive here, but we cannot coerce your free will. You have to do that on your own. So again, right, that whole thing. Okay, next. Initiation, spiritual testing of Ra in Lady Isis, and look who it covers up. That's Ra in Lady Isis, and there's Ra again. He refuses to go away. There's a huge power here that wants to come forth within the Cancer. They're feeling it. They're starting to sense it. They're starting like a sponge to come alive. Like they're showing me a sponge that's been collapsed and the water coming in and starting to open it up and it takes shape. That's what they're showing me with this energy of power. Because we may have been dry of power in the past. We not let our power come forth. This is wanting to show now. This is the initiation process for that part of you to come forward, okay? Boom. Wow. I even feel good about this reading. Okay, and this is powerful for the Cancers going through metamorphosis. I mean, butterfly, come on. This is huge. It's like dragon metamorphosis. Okay, I do feel like I'm taking that breath, and I feel like that's where they're coming from. It's like they're going, finally I feel like I can breathe again. I can be me again. Because they didn't know how much they were repressing of themselves. This is coming forth. And again, initiation means you're going to have to do something. And you're going to have to prove it in what you do forward, whether you're deserving or not. And that's what the initiation process is for here. Man, these are heavy. E, F, G, H, I. Sorry. K. Too far. Sorry, I'm in a goofy mood today. Bear with me. Okay, here we go. Initiation. Yeah, and the protection, right? The eye. The all-seeing eye is really that part of your brain that picks up on all that instinct. That is what we're seeing from at this point. Not just our eyes, but our deeper sense of instinct. And Ra is there to feed you the power if you follow that eye. Okay, here we go. Now, when you are being spiritually initiated into the mysteries of light, love, power, light, love, and power, there are moments of deep challenge, and the key is to find the light within the challenge. The learning, the growth, or the wisdom that can be summoned to turn the challenge into an opportunity for healing. Yeah, okay. Whilst the scorching heat of Ra seeks to burn through any resistance, the Lady Isis with compassion and cleverness will protect you from burning and instead enable you to be nourished and grow from the light of Ra, lest Isis help you pass the test of intense growth as you thrive with new life. So for advanced aspirations on the path, initiation will occur at various stages. Sometimes your entire life will feel like an initiation, and at other times, specific areas will be flowing easily while others are deeply challenging. This comes as confirmation that you are not needlessly suffering. If you can find the light within that struggles, tests, or challenges that you face now, you will experience breakthrough healing. So it's going to be a bit of a challenge here because the Cancers, the sense they're giving me is we've only been 3-6 months into this energy, and we're going to have to utilize it at almost full capacity. So it's going to be a bit of a challenge, but if we can go deep, hold our breath, and away we go, we'll be okay. Okay, so I'm going to move on. On top of the chamber of healing, again, kind of going to the darkness and healing from it and popping right back out again. Don't linger there. We get the High Priestess of Water, and that is that emotional center, the emotional state of healing. And this is a mystery. They're going, this is a mystery to them because they're showing me the moon on the forehead, and they're going, this is where we haven't gone before. The depths of our emotions drag us down. Be prepared. This is where we need to go in order to pass the test. Pyramid of Light, we are protected from individuality. As long as we become truly who we are and not try to be or impress anyone else, we will make headway here. We just have to be more of who we are. Initiation, what are they going to tell us about that? Understanding. Yeah, there's going to be a greater understanding, right? We are illuminated. There's going to be a greater understanding as we move forward how important these little steps are that we, I don't know if the word is take for granted or kind of just overlooked in the past. Didn't see the worth of the emotional center, didn't see the worth of going over that area. Why do we have to go over it? Da, da, da. Now we're diving in there. We're bringing, things are being brought to our consciousness. We got to feel that out and we move forward. We stay in our zone of who we are and how we deal, and we will be illuminated because we are protected and we are moving forward in that energy. Okay. On top of that, watery energy, which talks to the emotions and the healing of which that we have to do. We have need and necessity. Now this is interesting because need and necessity usually speaks to me. I mean, there's a lot of symbolism here. We can go a lot of directions, but it always speaks to me of work and those things that need to be done, not what we want to get done. Things that have to be done that are put in front of our path. The Cancer has to be aware that this is what is going to be blocking our path. So in order to balance that out, we really have to take the time to emotionally de-stress from, and it may even be from work that we have to do this, but nonetheless, overall, the healing has to come in this way, and need and necessity may have to be put aside to a certain degree or balanced out more fairly, is what they're giving me. Because we have need and necessity, meaning job and purpose, at 75%. And at this time of healing, we need to have 50% healing, 50% job. So we need to balance that. Individuality, we have let the emotions flow. Yeah, here we go, right? Because they're gone. We have it here, let the emotions flow. First, we got to look at them and see them, witness them, not let them get in, because if we block them, they get in the way of our path here. So we let them flow, and that will help us become more of who we are, because we are not working all our energy to repress things. And then on top of understanding, we got surrender to the flow. Yeah, surrender to those moments where we need emotional attentiveness of our own. Like when you start tearing up, just let the process happen. Don't stuff it. It's simple. The dragon for the Cancer is earth and water. Create the foundation for new growth. A fresh start is coming with new opportunities. Nurture your ideas and harvest. Harvest the abundance. So there's a sense you may have an earth sign coming forth. Or you may have a lot of earth in your chart. You may have another water coming forward, whatever. The sense here is kind of opposites attracting, but nonetheless there's a flow here that needs to happen in the healing department. And that has to do directly with your emotional center. So once we do this, this new energy is going to come in quite quickly to, I don't want to say rescue us, but in a sense, help us along this path. Okay? Wow. So that is Cancer for the week. Scorpio. These are heavy duty readings, guys. Okay. Let's see how my week's going to go. First card, 10340. Okay. Scorpio, 8 of water. That always makes me think about being illuminated. Again, this guy's happy-go-lucky. He's joyful. The dolphins are jumping in the background saying this is happy. Did I say the joyful? The dolphins are jumping in the background, making me happy. Sometimes I say things and I'm like, I just said that. But I didn't even pick it up in the reading. Okay, I just slow down. There is a illumination wanting to come forth in the Scorpio. There is something that livens us. Now I'm getting the energy of the past reading, which was follow your dreams. And there's a sense it can make us happy. Well, Scorpio this week is somehow in there happy. So how'd this happen? Next card. This is interesting to me. 7. This is interesting. Why? Because, okay, look at, he's all in his chakra, right? This is what they're illuminating. The chakras all lit up, all balanced, we're happy. And that's in water energy, emotional. So this is earth, grounded energy. This is dealing with the chakra centers. So again, the snake's tail is around that self-esteem. So there's something here grounded in reality that we are going to just be dealing with issues of advancement, meaning dealing with our chakra centers. Okay, here we go. How do we express this? Everyone on the earth is advancing. All of them are looking in different areas depending on their element. We're in the water element, okay? We are happy. Why? Because something in reality has supported our dreamscape, meaning what we want to dream about. Like, it's almost like we've had something come forth to us that is part of our dream, like a door open, and we walk through it. This is the sense I'm getting. But again, we still need to balance our system quite a fair bit, but nonetheless we are following the right path, because last week or the week before there's an energy there of just stuffing things and not, and I guess the universe opened a door and now they're going to walk through it, made it a little more obvious. Okay, there where they couldn't sit back and let it go by. This is what happened. 24, faith. So this has to do with our mindset. So we manifested something, is the sense I'm getting here. We had faith that something was going to come forward, and what do you know? It showed itself. So now we're happy because there's an opportunity or something that lies ahead that excites us. Okay, this is good. Scorpio, good. Well, 8 on top of the 8 of water. Again, dealing with our emotions. Where are we? We're happy at this moment. What's going on? The Tower. So this is interesting to me, because if we put it on a happy card where we're dealing with our chakra centers, this is a happy Tower. So what they're telling me is that something struck us shockingly. Yeah, because they're showing me the Scorpio's reading last week was, or whenever it was, a couple weeks ago, was in the energy of, we are no longer going to follow our dreams, because this one and this one and this one outside of us that don't matter, that don't influence, shouldn't influence us, they're telling me not to go there, so I'm not going to go there. Now what happened was, the universe did not support that energy. They want you to go for your dreams. So something happened here to bring about a Tower energy in a good way, a shocking way, to bring it back into the Scorpio's court and say, look, here you go, we're showing you the way here. And now the Scorpio's just happier than a pig and whatever, sloth. I'll put it that way. And they're being illuminated, okay, on a lot of levels. So again, here is grounded in reality. Something changed in reality here, and it wasn't the way we thought it would go. Okay, what do we get there? 7 of Cups. 7 of Cups is about confusion. I feel like there may be some confusion, but they're going not from our vantage point. They're confused because of their thought process. We know where this person should go and what they should do. So they just need to start walking. And that's the door that was opened. I feel like if we're talking about a relationship, there may have been a doorway that opened to another partner that is absolutely, how do you say, equal balanced outside of us, go in that direction, but they may have plans of doing something else, so now they're confused. This is what I'm getting, but universally there's no confusion, but because the Scorpio is a little bit off in their perspective, they are confused, but there is no confusion here. It's the door's open. So this could be shaky. Now on the faith, there always was some undercurrent of faith here in the Scorpio for this area. That's what they're saying. We have the 9 of Cups, and that's about making our wishes and dreams and hopes being fulfilled. Now we're going from the 7 to the 9 here, or 7 to the 9. And the energy's going back here. So we are, okay, we had this energy, it's coming forward to be shown, and the Scorpio is sitting there going, I can't believe this, and now I'm confused. When in actuality, there's no confusion, it makes it simpler. So they're going, this is going to be a problem if they don't act upon this. Now, on top of the Tower, ooh, man, the Fool, life is good. Now, again, going off in a direction. This guy's naive, he doesn't know all the facts, but he's happy, and away we go. Look, he's happy, and away we go. So sometimes it can be as simple as where's my happy, and let's go there, because they're going, that's simplified. It is no more complicated than that for the Scorpio. They just need to go to their happy, and everything else can fall away. Okay, on the 7, I feel there's a lot of stress for the Scorpio in getting caught up in like all these 7 of Cups, like the mystery, and they're going, no mystery. Where's your happy? Over there. Then go, like an adult. Go home. You know where you need to go. Now go. So on top of that, we get the 3 of Swords. Now this is interesting to me, the pain, and this comes where we ground it in reality. Something's wrong with our dreams, and when they hit reality, are we self-sabotaging? They're going, yes. They're going, yes. They are self-sabotaging, and that is causing them pain. Because the door is open here. All we need to do is walk through it. And the Scorpio's going, I'm confused. They're going, what's the confusion? Just go forward. That makes you happy? Go there. They're confused. So this is the pain right now. Because of the confusion, it's inflicting pain because they're not acting in this direction. 9 of Cups, our wish are coming to fulfillment. Why? Because we had faith in them. In the background, there was a thing running. This is going to happen. Now it come to earth. This is going to happen. Our wishes and dreams fulfilled. What's going on? We have 5 competitions. So there's something here. This is where the struggle sits. In between the fact of our wishes and dreams coming to fruition and then going out and getting it, there's a problem. Taking action to go forward, there's a problem. So if it's a job, we may have competition. If it's a person that we're after, meaning if it's a relationship, we may have competition there. Something here we may have, though, if it's a relationship, I'm getting strongly, there is a, what do you call that? There's equal reciprocity within the partnership, but we may have people in relationships. Either you are in a relationship looking out for someone that's also in a relationship. You both feel for each other, but you're both in with other partners. This could be the conundrum here. There's some kind of a struggle that we have to, or competition that we have to work through, is the sense. Okay, masculine and feminine energies. It's all in there, man. This Scorpio's on the edge of creating the life that they want to create in their world, but the hesitancy to go forward, there's something in the way. Seems to be something to do with competing for what they want, okay? So there may not be the only one competing for this. And it's, again, if it's in a job scenario, Magic is the first card we get. That is a feminine energy coming forth to bear here. Now we had highly the faith here. We had highly wish fulfilled here. We got a lot of stuff up in the ethers coming down to land in our reality. So we don't want to let this pass. Again, this energy sits for 30 some years. So don't go where your happy isn't, because you're going to be unhappy for 30 some years. Next, this is the magic coming. We created magic. We manifested. We got it. Now we don't know what to do with it, kind of thing. Oh, look. Love. Love has come forth to show itself. And we are confused. They're going. That is a masculine energy. Next one's masculine, and it's talking about altruism. Yeah, we go forward in love. We have take advantage of this magic situation, and we will become more altruistically who we are, and we will go outward and help others in that way. It will just be a natural process. This is what the energy is holding here. Okay. So on top of the magic, what do we get from Isis? Divine sisterhood. So community of spiritual brothers or sisters of light. So you may be coming across an energy here that is more conducive to what you truly want. And the sense that I'm getting is the Scorpio is not quite in the energy of what it is that they truly want. They may have resisted this, hid this, it just not come forth to a high degree. So now there's something outside of ourselves we see that is very highly matched. This is what we're going out or confused about, but nonetheless wanting to go after. On top of the love card, we have divine destiny. It has no clearer than this. Path of the divine warrior. Now I'm not going to go too far into these because it's obvious here there's a divine love that has come forth. If we do not take the opportunity now, we will miss it. It will be gone forever. This is a once in a lifetime thing, so I don't know what the deal is here. I don't know, but the sense is here is we cannot hesitate too long in our confusion, is what they're saying, and we know where we need to go. We just need to do it. Now, because there's a sense of a complementary energy, and they just want to get together, but things the Scorpio's letting things get in the way. Which is weird because that was their wish and dream and they manifested this and now it's here and they're kind of backing off from taking it because there might be a sense they have to fight for it. Altruism, that's becoming wholly who we are inside and out. I'm going to read this one. Temple of the Black Obsidian, the dark healing chamber. So this may be where we're sitting with everything here. We got some dark energies to overcome. And this may be the confusion that we have. We got to release some of that within our own system. And that is why we have the confusion, because the sense here is we are a frequency match and we are supposed to be together. But the black obsidian, right? That's black energy. Wanting to bust apart is busting apart to break it up and dissipate, but we have to be an active participant. So where are we going to go with that? Okay, temple. Wow, heavy energies, man. Black obsidian. Okay. The most challenging task is not to confront an external enemy, but to take courage in both hands and journey within, to meet our own dark self and begin the healing task of bringing love, acceptance, and light into it. And that is the sacred purpose of any enemy, within or without, to bring us more deeply into our own being as we seek to find and heal the darkness within. So the black obsidian is a ruthlessly honest place of raw love and healing. So this is what the person's struggling with. They can't get in touch with their heart and raw love. Either they don't want to admit that they love this person, or they're struggling to admit that they love this person. This is what's going on. So they're having a hard time, and there's they could get caught up in a lot of lower frequency, and that's just what's making that harder to see. Okay. So I'm going to read that again. So it's a ruthlessly honest place of raw love and healing, truly profound and lasting. And that is the thing. We have to go after that which is truly profound and lasting, not a fly-by-night thing, not a flash in the pan. We got to think long term. Deep relief and transformation can occur here, and the obsidian is protective and revealing. It will prevent harm from external or internal forces, but it will also reveal that which has been lurking in the shadows of the self. So trying to avoid being brought out into the open for fear of condemnation. The biggest challenge we face in entering the temple of the black obsidian is our own unwillingness to love and accept all parts of us. So there, demons in the closet, or not demons in the closet, what do you call that? Skeletons in the closet. This is what this is. Conquering that, facing that, and loving yourself no matter. Because they're in the closet, they're in the past. All you have to do is look at them, and then you can throw them out if you want. You're not there now. You have power over your now. You shouldn't be chained to that energy. And that's what I feel. This person is very much chained to that energy, and they're letting it control their future. If you let it control your future, you are in dark energy. You drown in dark energy. If you put it in the past, you heal, you do all you need to heal from it, which is feel it and go forward. We cannot, we overpower it, right? So there's a sense here, there's dark energies overpowering Scorpio, which is, that is part of that sign, man. They just go deep and dark, and they have the power like no other to overcome. And the sense here is they got a lot to deal with, but it is there if they choose to do so. So they just have to do that. And right now they're confused as to what to do. Their dreams are sitting right in front. All they have to do is be plucked off the tree. And there's a sense of not knowing if we should do that or not, because we don't want to face our fears. So that is that. Okay, so next line here, wisdom on the house of night. What do we get as expansion cards? The divine sisterhood, again, joining with those of like vibration. Okay, we have movement. Yeah, take movement to go in this direction. This will help you. Boom, there it is. Divine destiny. It is your destiny to go this way. This is your destiny opening up. Beware, if we do not take action, it will go in a different direction, and so will you. On top of that, we get self-worth. This is directly involved in the process. If we do not work on our self-worth, this will be a lot more choppy road. So self-worth is part of the puzzle piece that we have to put together. Not only that, looking in our past, it's all keys to the same house, right? Black obsidian, we have the high priestess of earth. So yeah, they're going, it is earthly pleasures that have been in our midst here and in our closet, if you will, that we need to dredge up and look at and deal with in reality. This is the conundrum. Movement. So again, taking action forward. We have embraced the feminine. So there's obviously an energy here. If you are feminine, you may have to do this in your own energy field. Embrace the feminine side of you, compassion, caring, and nurturing and going forward. If you're a masculine, you may need to look at these energies from a different standpoint within your own self. But this is ultimately, I think, what we're looking for. Self-worth, what do we get to expand there? Protect the wild and green. This is interesting. They're all feminine energies at this point. And they're all very much an earth energy or surrounded by this. So it may be an earth energy that you're connecting to, needing to ground out to. Or we may have been grounded to at one point. Yeah. It has come down to earth, is what they said. It's down to earth. You can get no more of a sign, or, you can get no more than this. This is it, full blown. So there's sense they're waiting for something to happen. It's happened. So from here, it's the ball's in our court. Okay. On top of the high priestess of earth, we have heed your dreams, right? So if we're having struggles here of the mind, go to our dream time. There will be dreams that will be remembered. They're remembered for a reason, and energetically they're there to help you advance forward. So take that into account. Your dragon for this week. Sunshine yellow helps you to help animals. So serve animals, heal, respect, and understand them. This may be part of our path as well. We may be either a farmer or someone in agriculture. We have access to a lot of animals. I can't get this in there. Oh, we have access to animals, so therefore maybe that's something we need to focus on. And again, going outward, I feel like if we're trying to clear our head, this may be a good place to go. Take the dog for a walk. Go to the park with whatever, the dog, or play with the cat outside and just let things wash over you. Things will become clearer quite soon, is what they said. So that is the Scorpio reading, man. These are heavy duty. I'm in sleep for 3 days, I think. But anyway, that is, water. Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio for this week. Good luck. This is a series of 3. We're going to do one more spiritual next week. And then we'll release into the romantic energies and see if people have involved themselves enough in their personal energies to advance it outward to the coupled scenarios, no matter. And then we'll see where I'm kind of curious, but they're like, no, one more week, and we'll get into that energy and see if we haven't done made some advancements here. So thanks again for everybody, newbies. Thank you. Please subscribe, or how do you say, or like, if it helps you. It just helps gauge things better, how I'm doing. And if you're interested, check out Infinity Readings and Reviews on Facebook. Looking for a new platform, haven't found it yet, but I'll be there until I do. So take care, have fun, be kind, and we will catch you next week.